And we are back at a sold-out Boston Garden on a Friday night. Celtics and Jazz about to do some basketball battle, as our old friend John Most would say. 16-7, the Celtic record coming in 17-9. The record for the Utah Jazz. There's Mark Eaton and Jeff Malone over there on the Jazz bench. Jerry Sloan.
Ladies and gentlemen, 100 years ago tomorrow, December 21st, Dr. James Nesmith founded the game of basketball while teaching a physical education class at Springfield College. As part of the centennial celebration of the game, FIBA, the international and Olympic governing body for 179 nations, are holding their central board meetings in Springfield this week. Tonight, the Celtics and USA Basketball are proud to host 75 FIBA delegates from over 50 countries throughout the world. We ask them to rise and for you to please give them a warm Boston Celtics welcome.
Well, Mike, I don't know where they are, but the game certainly has spread throughout the world in a short period of time, primarily under the auspices of the YMCA movement.
For the visiting Utah Jazz.
They're going to see a dandy tonight, I'll tell you.
From Gonzaga, 6'1", number 12, John Stockton.
This is a ball club with only 5 players in double figures.
Mississippi State, 6'4", number 24, Jeff Malone.
Malone here is the shooting Malone, and when I say shooting, when he gets his streak going, watch out.
Mark Eaton.
Eaton is the guy that perhaps is not as productive as he used to be defensively.
5 and number 30, Blue Edwards. Another forward from Louisiana Tech, 6'9", number 32, Karl Malone. Trainer of the Jazz.
Well, no adverse reaction here at the Garden to Karl.
I wouldn't think so. As the comments throughout the league that I've heard is that, hey, they could give it, let them take it. Well, this is new. Little trumpets. Wow.
And now introducing the Boston Celtics.
That got some booze.
This must be Christmas time having the Heralds play.
From Boston College, 6 foot even, number 5, John Bagley.
Well, he's going to start. And we'll see how
the other guard is from Northeastern,
quick he's going to be and how mobile.
Number 35, Reggie Lewis. The center is from Centenary, 7 foot 1/2 inch, number 00, Robert Parrish.
Chief has been able to capitalize in prior games on Eaton.
Number 34, Kevin Gamble.
Gamble and Blue Edwards ought to be an even Steven matchup, but Larry Bird and Karl Malone, watch that one.
Trainer of the Celtics is Ed Lacerte. Assistant coaches Don Casey and John Jennings. Head coach Chris Ford.
And the officials for tonight's matchup. The venerable Darryl Garrettson in the middle, Greg Willard on the left, and Bill Saar on the right. Should be a good crew. Should not be many fouls called in this game with those 3. There's Karl Malone. Comes in 27 points a game.
One of the things you mentioned, Mike, in the pregame show is that Chris Ford was going to try and have Robert Parrish defend Malone on the box. And the problem is going to be, can the Chief catch up to Malone? So the matchups in this game are going to be pretty important, particularly if somebody can be beat in transition. And I wouldn't be a bit surprised an awful lot where Bird is forced to stay with Malone down on the box.
It's amazing the Jazz have never won in this building. It's a good basketball team and has been for a while. Eaton and Parrish will go up, and we're underway on a Friday night, and the tap's controlled by John Bagley. Reggie Lewis was the only one who knew which way they were going, and Baggs gets a layup.
Well, nobody went this afternoon to talk to Santa Claus, I'll tell you that. I mean, these guys were, wow. Starting out, don't know which end of the court you're going to.
Parrish has got Malone down in the blocks. Malone kicks it out. Edwards misses. Eaton is going to get a free rein to go to the boards, and Parrish sneaks in for the rebound.
Well, Bird will have to block Eaton off the boards.
Looks like Malone's going to cover Bird. I think he did that trip. Rebound to Blue Edwards.
Now that figures, but he's going to have to play a lot of perimeter defense against Bird. That's not so easy for Malone.
Malone over Parrish for 2.
Malone will not be able to power baskets or power moves to the hoop for baskets against Parrish, but he's going to be able to pop out with those fallaways.
Baggs finds Bird. Malone didn't come out on him, and Larry knocked it down.
Malone's not going to expend an awful lot of energy on defense, Mike.
Stockton with a little room. Can't throw down the runner. And the foul is going to go either on Edwards or Eaton. It's Eaton.
Bird is giving up an awful lot of size and beef to Eaton under the boards, and he must block Eaton out as far out as he can.
Again, Larry comes out, dragging Malone away from the hoop. To Parrish on the roll, and Eaton grabbed him outside. Eaton's in quick foul trouble here. 2 in the first 2 minutes. And very early we are going to see
Mike Brown. I love him. I love him. I said hello to him.
Yes,
before
you
the
guys,
game
I saw you guys chatting down on the floor. Mike Brown had a great playoff series last year. Got himself a great contract out in Utah. Wow, Parrish just put up a big-time screen on Stockton, but Bagley unable to do anything, and then Stockton running the other way gets 2.
Doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of whistles in this ball game, as that certainly should have put Bagley on the line.
Gamble pops out. Edwards finds him. Kevin, 3 fakes. Edwards looks like he got a piece of that shot. Karl Malone the rebound. Quickly to Stockton. Edwards and Jeff Malone with him. Karl Malone the trailer. Bird takes down the miss. Karl Malone wanted a foul on that drive. Gamble to Parrish.
2 missed opportunities by both ends of the court, as Malone almost got a layup in transition with nobody on him, and Parrish did.
Jeff Malone touching it first time, takes a tough shot, draws a foul.
When you assign different ball players at one end of the court, and you're an up-tempo team, you're going to be able to spring some people loose before their assigned defender can get to them. So Parrish, if he runs, could end up with a lot of front-end fast break baskets in this game.
One of 2 for Jeff Malone, who averages 22 a night. Celtics by 1 in the ball. Just about 3 minutes gone here first quarter. Reggie's trying to post up Jeff Malone. That's a pretty good matchup for Reg. They clear it out. No help from Malone. Reggie missed it. Karl Malone comes in for the one-handed rebound. Stockton takes it into the paint.
Bagley, Neonol is kind of swallowing up Stockton so far.
Bird takes down the Jeff Malone miss. Up to Gamble. Kevin swoops in. Parrish to follow.
Chief was right up there in the front, and Mike Brown, who Bird is defending, couldn't quite get back to Parrish, who he's assigned to defend.
Blue Edwards comes up short. All knocked out of bounds by Mike Brown.
Good defense that time by John Bagley on the pick and roll play. Took it off of, really forced Stockton away from the hoop on it.
8 minutes now to go here, first quarter. Celtics by 3. Parrish wants to go on Mike Brown. Fallaway goes down.
could be the Chiefs' evening, and it has proved to be so far.
3 for 3 from the floor. According to Dick Light, Robert had some great nights last year against the Jazz. Mike Brown off the miss. Parrish averaged 18 points, 8 rebounds, and shot 73% from the field against Utah last year. Parrish out to pick Malone. There goes Bird. Little runner, too hard off the glass. Karl Malone, the rebound, leaves it for Stockton. Utah with numbers. Jeff Malone nearly traveled but made the jump shot.
Boy, he is a great player on the fast break.
Stockton comes up with the steal and the basket.
Heads up, that kid can play. And backcourt, excellent shooters on the wings.
Leads the league in steals. Bird watches Malone go by and draws a foul on the drive. We've got a timeout, 6 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. An entertaining one. Celtics up by 1.
Getting lost in transition right here. Mike Brown is the guy that's supposed to be defending Robert Parrish. You watch what happens now. Bird is defending him up the other end. And here comes Robert Parrish way ahead of Mike Brown. And as the shot goes up, nobody really gets to Robert Parrish, and he's right in there for the easy tip-in. And you sort of smirk on Mike Brown's face. How can I stop him when I can't catch him? And that's liable to be the story.
A rare miss for Bird.
You know, Mike, the normal defensive alignment, coaches will say, play the guy that plays you. So those type of situations don't happen in transition.
Who's forcing whom to adjust here?
Celtics are forcing...
Excellent defense by Bird there on Brown.
Both teams felt that they could utilize that situation.
Mike Brown off a good feed from Karl Malone.
So far, Boston has been the one that's utilized the loss in transition of assignments the best.
Parrish had a great spot there. Baggs on a cut. Leaves it for Parrish. And a travel is called. Robert wasn't ready for the pass. It was a nifty one by Baggs.
Baggs, not too sure of his knee. You watch him go by on the cut. Not too sure that his shot is not going to be blocked. I don't know if he walked or not. But they took the 2 away.
Reggie Lewis, the block on Jeff Malone. Baggs on the break. Finds Reg for 2.
Robert
Nice job,
Parrish
John.
was right out in the front once again, Mike.
You gotta like those point guards who find the guy who made the block on the other end, though. You know?
That's rewarding the guy that made the big effort defensively.
Karl Malone. Nowhere to go. Parrish right there. Malone gave Parrish a little pop on the way by, too. Bird to Lewis.
Celtics should have come up with a layup that time off that possession.
Gamble will take it and make it.
Well, they do, but it should have been easier as the Celtics had the numbers and then some.
15-11. Lost him by 4. And again, Parrish all over Malone. And Robert comes down with the rebound.
You ask me which strategy is working? Boston's.
No basket. Third turnover, it'll be Utah ball.
By putting Robert Parrish on Karl Malone, you're really smothering Malone. Chief has blocked 2 of his shots now, Mike.
Delaney Rudd and Tyrone Corbin have come into the lineup for the Utah Jazz. Oh! Into Malone, got a little push that time from Parrish, who looks at the official. I can't push this guy. What
Jerry Sloan is trying to do right now is find different ways to get Karl Malone on the box without Parrish being able to play him. The last time was a little pick by a guard, and Parrish got delayed just the least little bit by that pick. At other times, what they're doing is going in to Mike Brown on the box against Bird, something that Eaton cannot do. And they have not found the right combination yet to really key on either Bird or Parrish.
Mike Brown sneaks in for the rebound, and Parrish stripped him again. John Bagley unable to keep it alive down there. Malone again is rejected by Parrish. The ball out of bounds, Boston's way. Corbin touched it last.
They swallow him up. Good move by Parrish to stop one man and then two men on Malone. And Malone is having a headache right now, much like Isaiah had. Paul's got one now against Parrish.
Jeff Malone's just grabbing Reggie Lewis and not being called for it. Bird hits a three. Larry's got 6, and that's the Celtic lead. But there's a lot of grabbing going on. Watch off the ball, and you'll see some shirts getting stretched. Mike Brown trying to power it up. Corbin got whacked in the middle. Mike Brown comes back in for a steal. Karl Malone gets a dunk.
Celtics are getting no breaks here in the first quarter. None.
I don't think anybody is tough.
Well, there have been a couple of fouls called like against Parrish. If there's been any breaks delivered here, it's been for the Jazz in the first quarter.
Bird pops out, goes inside to Parrish. Rebound by Corbin. Corbin is very quick.
Right now, the Chiefs getting a little bit tired after all of that hard running.
Malone taking it right back to him. Parrish unable to get that one.
Boy, he just about took the 2 zeros off Parrish's jersey on that turnaround.
Sure did. 18-60. Larry Bird in and out. Jeff Malone with that leaning shot of his.
He is some kind of player.
Kevin Gamble unable to track that down. We'll take the timeout with 2:31 left to go here in the first quarter. 6 straight points put up there, and we're tied at 18. Eric, wasn't it? It was.
That
Paul
was,
Goldman.
I bet you he's going to be Santa Claus in a couple of days. He looks good in a white beard and a red hat.
He would. We'll be seeing most of our crew throughout the night. Wishing you a happy holidays. Jerry Sloan looking on his club even at 18 with 2:31 to go here in the first quarter.
Well, now comes the problem for the Celtics as Parrish has gone to the bench and McHale comes in and he's going to take Malone on the box.
Gamble's out on Delaney Rudd. Karl Malone wants the ball on Kevin McHale. Gamble on the double team. Trying to find the open man. It's Delaney Rudd way over the corner. Corbin misses. McHale has it slapped away by Malone out of bounds for the Boston ball.
Celtics handled that beautifully that time so that Malone couldn't isolate on McHale. They went right to the double team. Took the ball out of Malone's hands.
2 minutes.
Reggie will take it anyway. He won't get the roll.
Celtics have had some shots just roll out barely.
Ryan Shaw chasing Delaney right now. Over the top for Karl Malone. And Kevin McHale called for the foul on the pass.
As good a job as Robert Parrish did on Malone down there on the box, just totally took it away from him. McHale's going to have a big problem.
Malone outside.
Malone had those type of opportunities against Parrish, but didn't utilize it but on one occasion.
Jazz by 2.
Got to get Larry involved here, Mike.
First lead for Utah tonight. And an illegal defense is called against Tyrone Corbin.
Kevin McHale, who's been on a hot streak, if the Celtics start looking to him also, that could be a good option to utilize against Mike Brown.
Brian Shaw over the Bird screen. That one was 3/4 down.
Those are the type of shots that the next one you take, you start to aim a little bit.
Delaney Rudd got hit by Brian Shaw on the way by. Celtics over the limit here in the final 2 minutes of the quarter. And so Delaney Rudd will step to the free throw line. Rudd getting the backup minutes to John Stockton. #1 pick for the Jazz. Eric Murdoch, ex of Providence College, not getting many minutes at all.
Rookies will be rookies. Coaches reluctant to introduce mistakes into what they're doing, particularly when they think they have a chance at the title. And Utah does.
Kevin McHale first time, and he gets the roll.
That is a matchup they should be utilizing right now. Either Bird or him.
Jeff Malone in and out, and Reggie's there. Brian Shaw with the head up, finds Bird. Nice fake on Malone, looks and finds Shaw.
The Utah defense is eager to try and help Malone out on Bird, and they just let Shaw go right to the hoop.
Great look by Larry. Mike Brown is active, isn't he? 3 Celtics there, and he got a hand on it.
Well, Bird really did a great job of blocking him off.
Ooh.
Would have counted.
It sure would have. Celtics have been right on the rim. The lead, though, is just 1. 22-21. Boston over Utah at the end of one right here. Celtics by 1. Stockton, Malone, Brown, Edwards, and Corbin on the floor right now. And that is why that guy is leading the league in assists.
The pick and roll play, a disaster for Brian Shaw. He's just got to learn to get over the top and not lose contact with the man that's using that pick.
Bird trying to work on Malone. Malone gave him a shot, too, to the lower body.
One of these days, Larry Bird will be respected for the great player that he is. When you can manhandle Larry Bird, he's not going to beat you with his speed. He's going to beat you with his balance. And if you're allowed to knock him off balance, you take a big part of what Larry does away from him.
Third point of the night for Reg. Tied at 23. Game on the scoreboard anyway, much more than where the Jazz would like it to be. Still under 25 points into the second quarter.
Celtics were running, but when you start getting into this pace tempo that Utah's playing, all of a sudden you just get that up-tempo game out of your head.
Lou Edwards trying to find Mike Brown, and Bird saw it coming out of bounds. They say Larry touched it last.
Celtics were all in the paint and trying to cut down all the passing angles. Look at Bird fake at the driver and then get into the passing lane. Quite couldn't hold on to it, but what a smart play by Bird.
Karl Malone has gone to the bench, and David Benoit has checked in. And McHale gets a piece of Mike Brown shot. Gets it back from Bird, who finds Shaw.
After that block, no up-tempo game, though. Got to turn those into something.
Stockton, and got a block on Shaw. John Stockton hanged right in that play. And Lou Edwards will get 2.
Howard right by Bird. Bird didn't want to pick up the foul, just made him take his eye off the rim a little bit, but it didn't work.
Stockton again with the quick hands. And Stockton gets 2 and a foul.
John Stockton, who will go to the line right now, probably will be the starting point guard for the Olympic team. Here is a forced pass and well read by Stockton. And then it gets into Stockton's hands alertly. And look at this move. Saw that Reggie just didn't angle him off enough.
Reggie Lewis picked up the foul, his second. If you want the great taste of a Bud Light, you got to make the best call of the night. Ask for a Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
But Stockton will go to the line, Mike. And Stockton, as I was saying, will be the starting point guard for the Olympic team. A lot of people felt that Malone's blow to Isaiah's head had a lot to do about their reactions to Isaiah's feelings about being left off the Olympic team. So a lot of things underneath the surface that were being read into that hit by Malone.
27-24 Jazz. Over the top for McHale. Nice reverse move.
Good delivery by Brian Shaw, right where it had to be.
Stockton looking inside. Bird forced Benoit to go further away from the hoop than he wanted. But Benoit takes it in, comes up short. Ball out of bounds, will stay with the Jazz.
Good rebound effort that time by the Celtics, as there were 3 of the white jerseys right there. They just couldn't hold on to it.
Stockton finds Blue Edwards.
Oh, what a great defensive play by Reggie that time. Never lost the man.
Kevin McHale is grabbed. Either Brown or Corbin.
You're watching Larry Bird and Kevin McHale rebound without jumping off the ground. That's pretty tough to do. You got to be pretty smart positioning yourself to come up with a rebound.
Brian Shaw for 2.
That time the Jazz got lost on the pick and roll play.
Celtics go back up by 1. Ed Pinckney will come in next whistle. Stockton. Brown will go to the line.
Ryan Shaw that time played it a little bit better. The pick part caught up to Stockton and took away a shot from him. Let's take a look at the play. You watch him now. He drops a little bit off him, but now he fights over the top. McHale slows him down, and then Shaw gets back at him. But by that time, Brown has got a good position right underneath the hoop. Stockton will take advantage of half inches.
Oh, thanks.
Tied at 28. Ed Pinckney and Rick Fox into the game. Gale down on the blocks. Pinckney kept it alive, but it went to Corbin. Here comes Stockton with the head up, as always. Mike Brown on a mission draws a foul. Oops. Correction, they called a traveling violation on Mike Brown. Kevin Gamble and Reggie Lewis out 4-1. Celtics on the wrong end of that. Rick Fox left open. Rebound Mike Brown.
They have been right on the rim.
Stockton keeps on going. Counting the foul.
Those point guards, I call them water, boy, because they don't stop until you dam them up. You watch Stockton now just put it on the floor, and they get right, he gets into the paint, and nobody stops him until it's too late.
Stockton and Karl Malone with 9 apiece, and the Jazz have a 3-point edge. Gamble on a cut. A 2.
No shot blocker in there now with Eaton out of the ball game. Those kind of cuts could be productive.
Tough shot by Stockton off the front rim. McHale is there.
Good defense by Shaw that time to force a poor shot by Stockton.
Ryan Shaw!
Go get him, Brian!
That was an acrobatic one.
That's what he brings to that position. Size and some real good athletic ability.
Celtics grab the lead back. Shaw has been hot of late, 11 of 14 in the last 2 games. Mike Brown with a step. And gets 2. Kevin McHale, you might have heard him calling for the offensive foul.
They are banging them off the glass and they're rattling around the rim and their shots are falling.
They do shoot them hard, don't they? Here's McHale. Brown with the bump. Kevin goes the other way, bumps again. Pinkney's follow won't go down. Picked off by Benoit. Quickly to Stockton. He's got Edwards with him on the break. Trying to loop it to Corbin. Picked off McHale. Thrown away though. Stockton got it back. Oh, what a pass! What a pass by John Stockton.
McHale was falling out of bounds. Didn't have much ability to really, or time to pick out an open man.
Kevin Gamble. Benoit's got it. If he looks up, he can find Corbin. Too late. Stockton looks back to Jerry Sloan, who calls a play. Jazz by 3, just about halfway through the second quarter. Stockton for 2 more.
Pick and roll play, a little deep to the left, and the pick hit Shaw, and he was just stopped in his tracks.
Stockton's got 11, and the Jazz are up by 5.
He's got to talk. Both guys got to help each other.
Hot shooting for the Jazz here in the second quarter. Bird and Parrish rather have come back into the Celtics. Karl Malone back in the game, trying to chest Parrish off the spot. Rick Fox leaves it for Bird. 2 of it goes. Pinkney, and he goes to the line.
Well, Bird shot it short, and Pinkney the weak side rebound in great position as he pinned Benoit underneath. That time he didn't go up as hard as strong as he has been going up in previous games. Otherwise, he would have been a 3-point shooter that time. Benoit.
That's the way David wants it, so that's the way we'll pronounce it.
Benoit.
1 or 2, Freddie Pinkney. 37-33 Jazz with 5:40 to go here in the first half. Karl Malone gets stuffed by Bird. Good enough yelling for 3 fouls. Bird had all ball.
And never came up with a fast break opportunity. Couldn't pick out an open man.
Bird, big size over Blue. Edwards comes up short with the shot though. Blue the other way for Stockton.
He's nifty.
He sure is. He's got 13. Ryan Shaw kisses one home.
Stockton may be getting a little tired as he lost Shaw flat out.
John Bagley's going to come back in for the Celtics nest whistle. Jeff Malone also back in the game. John Stockton with 2 on the shot clock. Parrish is there looking. Pinkney was way down the floor. Robert needs a little help. And now Shaw comes back.
Parrish threw a long post pattern pass early in the game. Reluctant to let that one go, however.
Rick Fox leads in for 2.
Beautiful step away from the smaller Jeff Malone.
outside.
Parrish had to respect the cut and never really did get back to Karl Malone. He can hit that shot.
Rick Fox slapped Jeff Malone away and hit the turnaround, and Malone is still complaining.
Jeff Malone is not exactly your best low post defender. Celtics recognize that. They're going right at him.
Blue Edwards with the miss. Comes to Shaw. Celtics got some numbers here. Pinckney couldn't handle it. Brian Shaw, though, got it back and counted with a foul.
Was not a pretty fast break play as Shaw was reading Eddie Pinckney all the way, but so was Stockton. Great effort by Shaw to really get in on the boards. Off he comes. There's Eddie on the wing, and Stockton got right out in that passing lane. And Shaw, with the good hustle, stayed with it, comes up with it, puts it in lefty.
Bryant's got his average here in the first half, 11 points. Celtics go up by 1 off a 9-2 run. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Jeff Malone really wanted that shot. He was really upset. Karl Malone got the rebound.
What a rebound by Karl Malone, as the Chief was nowhere to be seen after Karl delivered the mail truck.
He gets some loud rebounds, doesn't he? Fox again. Tyrone Corbin.
Worked that matchup 3 times in a row. Has produced 4 points.
Karl Malone wants it down low, and this time he does draw a foul.
That's a bad call.
We'll check it when we get back. 2:19 to go here in the half. 43-42. Jazz are holding on to a 1-point lead.
Gotta have your ski cap. There's no question about that. Where was the little...
Those guys come here like 50 nights a year, and they never get in to see a game.
Well, they see it on 4 or 5 different monitors. They see more than you and I do.
Well, I've heard that before. Jerry Sloan has to be happy with what he has seen here tonight as Karl Malone makes 1 of 2 at the line. 1 of 2 seems to be the magic number at the line tonight.
Both teams pretty good foul shooting ball clubs, and not doing their number this evening.
Celtics can tie this trip as we approach the 2-minute mark. Bird into Parrish. Bounces off Malone. Oh! Tipped in Pinckney.
Had 2 people banging the ball at that time, as the Celtics are really not afraid of the fast breaking of Utah. They turned an extra rebounder loose on the offensive glass.
Jeff Malone was one of those leaners of his.
That kid can shoot the ball. No defense, but can he shoot the ball?
Bird lets Corbin go by, gets it back from Parrish, looks, finds the Chief over the top. Karl Malone comes in to attempt to rip it away. It'll be a jump ball with 1:23 to go here in the first half. And here comes Reggie Lewis back in. And Rick Fox will go out.
Reggie had Karl Malone Jeff Malone pretty much under control, and he got out of the box.
Parrish able to get the tap, but Jeff Malone able to come up with it. Harris stepping in for the steal, and a foul on Jeff Malone.
Why the ball clubs don't do this more often on any of those people swinging it from one side to the other. They get in a rhythm. All you got to do is step out there, and it destroys their whole offense. The time Chief does it, timed it perfectly just to pick it off and go. You can do that, I don't know, maybe 5, 10 times a game and destroy the other team's rhythm of their offense. Just don't let them swing the ball from side to side.
We are tied at 46 with a minute to go in the half. Well, John Bagley, you're right, Tom. Done a real nice job staying with Stockton, hasn't he?
Fights over the picks.
Tough shot by Mike Brown, won't go. But Mike Brown scoops himself in there to get the loose ball. The Jazz will reset. Jeff Malone wants the shot. Jeff Malone sneaks in. Blocked by Parrish, but it comes back to Stockton. He misses a three. Karl Malone over the top. And he picks up the foul.
That was more like a UPS truck. As he just almost killed Reggie Lewis. Well, here's the rebound that Pinckney couldn't hold on to as Malone beat his man to the rebound. You watch now as Malone goes right over the top of Reggie. Wow.
Five points for Reg in the half. Puts the Celtics up by one. The Jazz have 24.6 seconds. They can use just about all of the time left in the first half. See if they can tie it up. Stockton starts his move. It's a nice crossover move, dumps it out for Corbett, and he buries it. That was nicely done.
That's what they want absolutely to do, is penetrate and kick.
Eddie Pinckney's shot goes in, but they say no. Celtics getting killed on those lately, aren't they? We're tied at 48, and we're at the half. Just moments away from third quarter action here at the Garden as the Celtics and the Jazz get some final shots in downstairs. Jazz had 50 field goal attempts in that first half, so they certainly did get their share of shots done.
The Celtics only had 40, and they had 8 turnovers, so they got to really pick up the pace of the game. I thought they played very nicely in that first quarter where they were really trying to capitalize on a running game, and then there's a natural rhythm that develops in a ball game, and Utah has slowed it down, and it's very, very difficult to re-energize yourself once it's slowed down, and you have to force yourself to run. Bagley does that the best, at getting the Celtics to run when perhaps the rhythm of the game isn't where it should be at. Shaw has still yet to learn and feel that. It's like a dance step.
It is a feel, too.
It's a feel. It's not something you say, hey, boom, all of a sudden I recognize it. But sooner or later, Shaw will start to feel those things himself as he gets more and more into this season.
And again, you pointed out, we don't get to see John Stockton play a lot, but you were right on the money with your pregame analysis. You put this kid in a team that wants to run all the time. He might average 20 assists a game.
There's no question about it, because he's so smart, and he's got all the passes.
Karl Malone trying to start it off, and does with an outside jump shot.
Celtics at that end of the court could not get the good roll or the good bounce, but Malone certainly did that shot.
16 for Karl Malone. Reggie will take it. Too hard off the glass. Stockton and Bagley battle for a rebound. Stockton comes away with it.
And Reggie forced that shot.
Oh, Jeff Malone can't get it down, but Karl Malone can. $18 for Karl. And a 4-point Utah lead.
Celtics offense is sputtering.
Larry Bird.
They gave him a 3.
They did, didn't they?
The out official didn't see it, but Darryl Garrettson on the baseline gave him the 3.
So Bird's got 9. Celtics trail by 1. Second 3 of the night for them. Mark Eaton, man-sized screen on John Bagley. Stockton a little late that time, getting the ball to Malone.
Great pick-and-roll defense that time by Bagley, who worked over the top and stayed with Stockton.
Reggie Lewis sneaking in for a rebound. Darryl Garrettson's got a foul, and it's the type of game where when they hear a whistle, everybody stands and looks because no one has a clue who it's going on. It's Mark Eaton who got it, his 3rd.
There it is as Reggie gets right in there. Well, it's kind of a chintzy one, but
sure was.
People going to the hoop here are not getting the whistle.
First foul called in this 3rd quarter. Reg for 2.
Beautiful read of the defense by Reggie that time as they try to take him over the top, and Reggie just hung in the corner. Good delivery of the ball by Bagley.
Reg 2 of 5 from the field in this one. Celtics take a 1-point lead. Karl Malone rejected by Parrish, but the foul called by Darryl Garrettson, I believe, on Bird.
Sheldon foul was on number 33, Larry Bird. It's first. Personal foul, first team foul.
Watch Bird come into the picture along the baseline on a double team. They give the foul to Bird. Well, when the ball gets delivered to a low post man from that angle, it's almost impossible for the normal defender to do anything about it, particularly a guy like Malone. Well, Bird trying to help out that time ends up with the foul.
Those are impressive numbers over 5 years, aren't they? 29 and 11.
Kind of was just another name in the draft when he was taken.
Louisiana Tech. Kevin Gamble.
That's twice now that play has worked with different people. First Reggie, then Gamble.
Boston by 1. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the 3rd quarter. If he just came in 55-54. Mark Eaton. Wow, that was a heck of a hook shot, wasn't it? Parrish quickly to Bird. Gamble uses the Parrish screen. Makes the jump shot.
And Eaton didn't know whether to go out and pick him up or not.
Kevin's got 8. Bird's got 8. Lewis has got 8. Parrish has got 8. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Here's the pick and roll play again.
That's going to be a reach on Parrish.
Parrish did not really go out there like Ed Pinckney did to help Bagley with that play in the tail end of the first half. Watch now, Parrish goes out there sort of, but reaches him, and Bagley really got banged on the pick, had to go underneath that time. That's why it takes so much talking on defense. You just don't know which way you're supposed to play that man, over the top, underneath. Best way to try and do it is over the top all the time, unless you can't.
Lou Edwards trying one pass too many, and Bird comes out of there with it. Goes around Stockton. Looking for Parrish inside, threw it away.
Gamble was wide open before Bird ever came over half court. Bird never saw him.
There's Stockton going again. This time he comes up short. Lou Edwards kind of out-hustled everybody to that ball. And Karl Malone is denied a chance at the basket by Kevin Gamble.
Larry Bird was forced to take Malone, and just for an instant, as he said, I can't guard this guy.
Nothing beats the excitement of the Boston Celtics, and nothing beats the distinctively clean, crisp, cold taste of a Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud as Karl Malone steps to the line.
Karl Malone has 2 shots.
Karl Malone and Jeff Malone are the 3rd highest scoring pair in the league. 2 players on the same team. They're averaging 48.5 points a game. Chris Mullin and Tim Hardaway of Golden State averaging 49 points a game, and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the leading twosome in the NBA right now, averaging 50 points a game.
Cale has come in to play the center spot. See who defends him, Eaton or Malone.
57-55 as we approach the 8-minute mark. Reggie trying to get free. Wants to take Jeff Malone, does, and he'll go to the line.
That's the type of move that Reggie should be making, going to the hoop, coming off picks and then going. The ISO, every once in a while, they'll throw a second guy at him, and he gets a little confused as to whether he should go all the way or pull it up and pass or shoot. And once he comes off the pick and is in motion, he does much better.
His free throws just aren't going down tonight. Isolation for John Stockton. He goes in. Wild shot knocked away from Reggie Lewis out of bounds. It'll be Boston ball. Stockton near steal on Bagley. McHale Eaton with that big hand up. Lou Edwards came in and kicked it.
Good read by McHale as he spotted Stockton coming along the baseline to pick him up should he turn to the baseline. Pass, however, not quite fast enough to get to Bagley.
7:34 left to go here in the third. Celtics by 3 in the ball, then get a fresh 24 off that kick. Baggs is going to shoot it quickly. Edwards and Eaton there for the rebound. Lou Edwards is a big kid. I mean, he is big in the upper body. Jeff Malone with that funny shot of his. Bird takes it down. Baggs around Stockton. Oh, he surprised McHale a little bit with that pass, and Kevin made it anyway.
Utah's defense retreating very quickly, but not picking up the trailers, and both Bagley and Bird alert to that.
Malone slaps away the arm of McHale. Gamble on the double.
Oh boy, shouldn't be automatic every time this guy goes to the hoop that he steps to the line. That was no foul on that one.
Celtics take a timeout. 6:49 left to go here in the third. Boston by 5. And Karl Malone at the free throw line.
This man gets to the free throw line. He's established a reputation of going hard to the hoop. I really believe that when you officiate a ball game, a reputation should not precede the ball play. And you should really look extra hard at what's happening out there, because it's extremely difficult to defend a guy like Malone. He doesn't need any breaks.
Went to the line 888 times last year. Over 100 more times than David Robinson, who had the second most free throw attempts. Michael Jordan was third, if you're interested.
Celtics playing a 2-on-2 game right now. Neither Malone nor Mike Brown can defend McHale in the paint.
6-point lead halfway through the third.
Here's the real challenge. Here comes the quick double.
There's a block down low by Lewis. Mike Brown blocked again by Lewis, and a traveling violation. And Jerry Sloan is out of the court. He's so upset.
Well, they had him pinned underneath, and there they come and get the ball. I don't see a walk. I see a block, but they blew the whistle and made it up as they went along.
Bird rims out of 3. Stockton. Oh, great pass. What a pass by Stockton. That came off his hip almost.
Off of the long distance shot, Malone just took off up the court.
34 points for Karl Malone.
Bird was just watching to see if that shot was going in instead of going back and getting Karl Malone.
Reggie can't get the turnaround down. And the foul's going to go on Brown or Malone. Might be Brown. He stuck a hand up there. Yep. Brown Corbin in for Blue Edwards, and Delaney Rudd also is checking in, and John Stockton will come out. Jerry Sloan and John Stockton really just having a shouting match with Darryl Garrettson. Pinckney and Shaw set to come in for Boston. In again to McHale, foul again on Mike Brown.
That last substitution by Jerry Sloan was kind of interesting. We got 5:20 to go here in the third quarter, and he lifted him. I think he's trying to set it up that Stockton ends up having to come in and play against Brian Shaw. He's not in foul trouble, is he?
No, he's not in foul trouble. I talked to Eric Murdoch before the game, and he told me that Jerry Sloan has a system, and here's McHale trying to go on Brown again and throws down the hook shot.
The old reliable.
The first dead ball after the 5:45 mark in the first and third quarters. John Stockton goes to the bench, stays there for the rest of the quarter, and then plays the rest of the game. Rest of the first half, and then he'll come in at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and he'll play the entire fourth quarter. And Eric says night in, night out, no matter what is going on in the game, that is when John Stockton comes in and out.
That's rigid.
That's rigid. Yes, it is. That's what Eric told me. He tried to keep a smile on his face. There's Eric Murdoch, ex-Providence College, #1 pick of this club.
A guy like Stockton, a point guard, you can't play players for 40 minutes, plus minutes every night, particularly if you're in the guard spot where you do a lot of running and a lot of bending the knees on a perimeter defense. That's a real chore. But that is some kind of formula. One I never heard of before.
I don't know where the 5:45 came from, but he said that's the magic number. First dead ball in the first and third quarters. He goes out after the 5:45 mark, and he plays the entire second and fourth quarter. Pinckney!
What a look by Brian Shaw, a touch pass as the Jazz defense did not truly rotate properly.
Celtics a 6-point lead. His free throws last trip up by Jeff Malone. Breaking a string. 10 straight points by Karl Malone in the fourth quarter.
Great help that time by Brian Shaw on the doubling of Mike Brown. They're trying to go right at Bird. That has not really worked effectively in this ballgame. That trying to use that matchup.
Darryl Garrettson went over, and here comes the technical. Darryl Garrettson went over to say something to Jerry Sloan. There it is. And Jerry Sloan did not back off one step. Garrettson, I think, went over, tried to quietly say, "Get off my case," and Sloan didn't hear of it.
What Jerry's complaining about. His team's got a pretty good call here this evening.
5 team fouls on the Celtics here in the third quarter, 4 on the Jazz. Into Delaney Rudd, less than 10 on the shot clock. Rudd will shoot it and make it.
That was that pick and roll play again, and Brian just ran into Mike Brown and his feet stopped.
McHale out to try to throw a screen, got a piece of Karl Malone and gets it back on the roll.
What a play by Bird and McHale.
Two-man game paying dividends for the Celtics. 7-point Boston lead. Inside, Karl Malone.
As soon as it got back to the point, McHale was a dead duck.
26 for Karl Malone. Shaw all the way this time, and it won't go down. Saved by Mike Brown. Reggie Lewis unable to pick it up. It'll be Jazz ball with 3:25 to go.
The pick and roll play, the pick and roll play, the pick and roll play. It is such critical timing on the defense. That's why so many teams continue to use it. Shaw almost made a great play on a layup.
Pinkney will be called for the foul this time as Malone spun to the hoop.
When you have a good low post player, coaches devise 95 different ways to feed him the ball. And the worst thing that can happen, there's the free throws. Celtics having troubles. Jazz having troubles. But feeding the box, man on a low post, if the ball gets down below the foul line, that defender really has a problem trying to stay with him. You try and three-quarter the man, get your hand in the passing lane, and if the passer is above the foul line, you got a half a shot to distract the passer from giving the ball. But Jerry Sloan's got all those good ways of feeding that man in the, over the box.
Bryant with some room on the baseline. Picked off by Jeff Malone. Jazz running. Mike Brown on a wing. Picked off by Shaw. And Delaney Rudd kind of gave one up for the team there. And the Jazz will take a timeout with 2:46 left to go in the third quarter. 69-66. Boston by 3. Yes, they are the Owls. Yeah.
Oh, the three wise men I heard from the truck.
Brian Shaw at the line for 2 with 2:46 to go, third quarter. A nice game for Brian here. He's got a dozen.
Brian's going to be a great player. Just certain little things he's got to button down a little bit better and get that confidence. Got to play a little bit smaller than his 6'6". At times. Like on defense.
Yeah. It's interesting, you don't often hear someone say you have to play smaller. McHale, pretty good position there for that rebound. Here comes Shaw. Parrish had enough of Mike Brown on the way up the floor and gave him a pop. Pinkney, the hustle rebound. Parrish wants the ball, and I think Shaw wants to give it to him. Double team on Parrish. Kicks it back out, and Brian couldn't handle it.
Brian was looking to make his move like a receiver in football before he caught the ball.
Delaney Rudd calling the signals with 2 minutes to go here in the third. Inside, slapped away by Reggie Lewis. Shaw. Parrish, nice move.
Good hard run by Parrish to beat Mike Brown up the floor.
Chief in double figures now with 10, and the Celtics lead by 7. Brown out there. Delaney Rudd pulls up and makes it.
As that pick and roll play working again.
6 for Rudd. Bryant. It's outside.
Great shot by Bryant.
15 points for Brian Shaw to lead all scorers in the home uniform. Picks up the foul, Brian does. That's 2. Celtics over the limit with just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Delaney Rudd will get 2.
One of the things you don't want to do is make those kind of fouls when you're in foul trouble. And that's one of those experience things, you know. And you just get down and you don't jab at the ball until, you know, don't make foolish fouls. That was a foolish foul.
Gave Rudd an opportunity to get 2, and he got him. 5-point game. Celtics the lead in the ball. Under a minute to go in the third.
Look at Delaney Rudd down low on Brian Shaw.
Reggie knocks it down.
Good look by McHale. He dribbled away from the double team and waited for somebody to uncover.
Lewis comes down with the miss. Ryan up quick to Pinckney to McHale.
When you run for 4 quarters, it starts to pay off against the other team's big guys. Celts had their 3 big guys running hard on that trip.
Jeff Malone looking for the final shot on Reggie Lewis. Reggie's got him measured. Malone makes it anyway.
Boy, is he a shooter.
Celtics have 3 seconds. Ryan gets it off. And the Boston lead will be 7 after 3. 79-72 Celtics. We'll be back. 30 by Celtics basketball. There are the numbers through 3. 52% shooting for Boston to 41 for the Jazz, yet the lead is only 7. Benoit has checked back in. So is Blue Edwards, along with Stockton, Malone, and Tyrone Corbin. Celtics counter with Parrish, Lewis, McHale, Pinckney, and Shaw.
Stockton is in the ball game right now, and they want him, and they gave him enough time on the bench for his legs to be there for the 4th quarter.
Reggie can't kiss it home. Pinckney, though, in traffic, comes down with the rebound, finds McHale. Pinckney nearly got the tip down. Eddie again, and kicks it back out to McHale.
Eddie's starting to become a folk hero with that offensive rebounding.
Benoit comes down with the Parrish miss. And Brian Shaw thought he had ball, but a foul is called by Bill Saw.
Excellent gamble by Brian Shaw that time. He had a 3-on-1. He turned aggressive, tried to take the ball away from Stockton, almost pulled it off. Had nothing to lose. If he ends up fouling him, it's the first foul of the quarter. He's saved 2.
Karl Malone with his 30th point of the night. You mentioned Ed Pinckney being a folk hero with those offensive rebounds, Tom. The Celtics have 7 offensive rebounds tonight. Pinckney has 6 of them.
He just stays after it, stays after it. That's what you got to do to be an offensive rebounder.
Hale.
Well, Benoit or Benoit, they say Benoit has been indoctrinated to Kevin McHale.
Stockton uses the Malone screen, leaves it for Blue Edwards, watches Lewis go by, in and out with the jump shot, and the foul will be on Tyrone Corbin over the back of Pinckney.
Eddie Pinckney, yes sir, getting tough, getting mean.
Team fouls even at 1 apiece now, and again the crowd chants. Brian Shaw.
Perfect read that time by Brian Shaw. As soon as they dropped to protect the pass to McHale, he let it go. That's what you're supposed to do. Beautiful, Brian.
And the Jazz want a timeout. 10 to go in the game. Celtics by 9. Nice job, Eddie. At 11 o'clock tonight. And then if you really want to stay up all night, the Celtics replay will be on at 2 a.m.
Malone's on the bench, Mike.
Stockton took a little pop. Pinckney the rebound. Shaw finds McHale. Stockton to Mike Brown.
What a pass by Stockton.
Just finds him, doesn't he?
Oh.
11 assists for John in the game to go with 13 points.
All he needs is his teammate to have a half a step, and he delivers that ball right on the money.
Harris spins on Eaton, and then Eaton got him after he went by.
Eaton had too many Boston baked beans or something in this He hasn't been around here long. He
Sure
wasn't
has.
like Mark flying down from underneath those sports cars. He was a mechanic.
That's right. I've never really seen him play well in person. I've seen him have some good playoff games on TV, but never seen him play well in this building.
He's never been an offensive threat, and when you have just a one-dimensional player, you play to what. Right at him. Go right at him. Make him adjust to you, and then get him to commit and play off of that. Pass to his man, put it high off the glass.
Stockton passed up an easy shot, but gets an assist instead.
That's another version of the pick and roll. It worked, and everybody had to adjust to it, and it left a man open on the perimeter.
Reggie takes it strong to the basket and draws a foul in a crowd.
That's Reggie at his best. As soon as the defense gets organized, Reggie has a problem reading it. But when four of the defenders are worrying about their own man and forgetting about Reggie, he'll turn up big numbers.
Bird in, McHale out. And Reggie at the line. Not been good at the line. The Celtics are a very good free throw shooting team.
I'll give you the exact percentage, Mike. 82% for the year.
Jerry Sloan wants a foul on Shaw, says he's really grabbing Stockton. Pinckney to quick hands on Benoit. Pinckney there for the rebound.
Quick outlet, too. Celts have something going.
Bird. Rebound to Stockton. Whoa. Good hustle there by Blue Edwards, and then Benoit kicked it out of bounds. That was a great play by Blue Edwards just to get to that pass from John Stockton.
He launches this one as he figures that Blue Edwards is going to be free. Ben Blue, he was a comedian.
I think he was. Bird again. Stripped from behind by Mike Brown. In comes Stockton. Benoit. His first two of the night. Jazz within 6. A rested Karl Malone and a rested Jeff Malone looking to get back in next whistle. Parrish. Too hard off the glass. Benoit the rebound.
Parrish bumped off Eaton like a raindrop off of concrete.
Rick Fox swallowed up Blue Edwards. Benoit, though, got free for 2. It's 86-82. And the Celtics now want timeout. 7:19 to go in this one. Don't go away. The Jazz are right there.
Us from behind the monitors here, we wish you a Merry Christmas.
There you go. Also for Wayne Daly and for Dick Lipe, who are up here with us every game. We wish you all a happy holiday, folks. Hope you have a nice, safe one. And meanwhile, the Celtics in a tussle here with the Jazz, 86-82. Shaw picked up by Benoit, who stays in the game. Rainbow won't go down. Rick Fox in there battling with Malone. It'll be Jazz ball, a chance to get to 2 with 7 minutes to go.
Jazz will plug away, and they've got Malone with his legs underneath him and Stockton with his legs underneath him. It'll be a tough last 6 minutes and some odd seconds left.
Foul was on Brian Shaw, his 4th. Well, John Stockton just kind of puts that left shoulder down and heads for the hoop. Jeff Malone had plenty of time and then looked like he walked with it. Ends up with Benoit shooting it and Rick Fox in there for the rebound.
5 purple jerseys back, however. No run left in the Celtics. They're going half court.
Bird looking to work on Benoit. Does with the left hand. Won't go down. Parrish The follow won't. Pinckney kept it alive, and then Bird got bumped. Nice job on the offensive board there by the Celtics.
Celts had some good opportunities. That's Larry's favorite shot, the lefty. There's the follow-up by Parrish. Pinckney with the tip, and Bird gets bumped right off the rebound. But they're hanging on that board. Oh, there's a
for two.
There's a kid that knows how to knife through.
Just kept going.
Hot knife through butter.
This gets the Celtics a little breathing room at 6. Double on Stockton. He finds Malone coming along the baseline. He buries him.
You just cannot give Malone 1 second on the outside. He'll bury you.
Robert Parrish, the left-handed hook shot.
They've taken a double team off Parrish.
Benoit. 6 points all in the fourth quarter. Brian Shaw.
They're going to rethink dropping off Brian Shaw, as he's hit 2 big ones from out there with his defender dropping off.
19 for Brian. Benoit again. Somebody cover that guy, will you?
Well, Stockton made that penetrating move that made the back line of Celts adjust.
Bird gets 2. Stockton right back. Over the top, Karl Malone. Blocked by Parrish. But Malone the follow.
There was the feed to him from below the foul line.
32 for Karl Malone. Bird for 2.
Tried the left hand, felt that Benoit was taking him that way, and then turned to the baseline to free up the right hand.
And again, Jerry Sloan exploded. And I mean exploded down the sidelines when he felt he saw an illegal defense, which was eventually seen by Greg Willard.
As both Rick Fox and Eddie Pinckney were on Karl Malone to deny that good angle once again at the pass to the pivot man.
Fox and Parrish have gone to the Boston bench. Jeff Malone dumps it to Mike Brown. He gets 2.
That's all that penetration and finding people open as the back line of the Celtics defense is adjusting to the guy going strong to the hoop.
Bird looking inside. Shaw takes it away from Stockton. Rejected.
Oh, that's a goaltend.
Wow. Here comes Malone. Stockton bounces off Shaw, and an offensive foul is called to make up for that missed goaltend. Because that wasn't an offensive foul.
Ryan sure thought it was. You watch this shot. That is a goaltend in grammar school.
Yeah. McHale passes up the open shot, and Reggie makes it off the wing.
McHale really had the shot, Mike. You knew it. And trying to get Reggie, get his hands warmed up a little bit.
Jazz will take a timeout. 3:22 to go as the Garden fans, many of them, come to their feet. 98-92.
People getting ready for Santa Claus.
You betcha.
Lots of ice cream. Can't be naughty. Gotta be nice.
98-92. 3:22 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Interesting group that Chris Ford has elected to go with in this last part of the ball game. Pinckney, McHale, and Bird up front. Primarily for Pinckney to play defense against Malone.
Malone wants it. Little turnaround goes down.
No double team. What you got to do on the guy that's making the feed to the post is you got to get up all over him and crowd him. Make him turn his back on the pivot man.
Bird front rims it. Reggie snuck in and kept the rebound alive. Larry for three.
Big shot by Bird.
7-point game.
The last couple of outside shots by Bird have been flat. This one had some arc on it.
Karl Malone gets a quick two back. 36 unofficially for Karl Malone. Bird sneaks in. Great look. Brian Shaw bringing back memories of Dennis Johnson with that pass.
He got his number up in the rafters with that type of play. Great help defense that time by Pinckney. They're going to call a jump ball. That was as clean a steal as you could make. As three Celtics were around him, Bird is celebrating with Eddie Pinckney saying, what a great play. It truly was, but it'll be a jump ball.
Stolen by Malone. Tap was stolen by Malone.
As retribution and justice in action by Darryl Garretson.
Bird to McHale. Picked off by Brown. Up to Stockton. To Benoit. Lost the handle and Shaw's there. Up to Lewis.
Shaw should have kept cutting to the hoop. He pulled out to restart the Celtics offense. He would have had a layup as Stockton went over to pick up Lewis.
Bird on Karl Malone. Malone mugged Bird. I mean, he mugged Bird. Jeff Malone gets a layup.
Celtics caught in running or not running for the last 2 minutes of the game, and they may have missed the layup.
Celtics need one hoop. Illegal defense called against the Jazz.
On Karl Malone, who was defending Bird, who was above the three-point line, and Malone was a good step below the foul line. Can't do that, so the Celtics will shoot a technical.
See Jerry Sloan's reaction. It's 103-98.
In addition to giving the point, Mike, the Celtics will have a new 24, and they'll bring it pretty much, well, they'll use pretty much of that 24.
There's a trap by the Jazz.
Wow.
Pinckney looking, finding Reggie. He knocks down a turnaround.
Reggie wasn't thinking clock.
No, that one put it away, too, I think. 106-98. Jeff Malone misses a three. McHale, the rebound, slapped away, and a foul is called. And the Jazz are over the limit.
Tough rebound by Kevin McHale as he really carved out some room and stepped in that pocket and came away with the rebound and then furthermore protected it. Knew where the defenders were and then try to keep the ball away from them. Ends up, he'll have two chances and solve this one away, truly.
"17 points for Kevin McHale tonight. The Celtics have opened it up to a 9-point game. And that one pretty much does it. The Jazz are going to take a timeout. But it's academic now, 108-98 with 47.6.
Bagley, Ricky Green, and Brian Shaw, those three guys as potential point guards, the Celtics ought to be able to run. The Jazz did slow the Celtics down tonight a little bit.
Larry Bird's gone to the Boston bench, and Rick Fox is in there along with Pinckney, McHale, Reggie Lewis, and Brian Shaw.
Of course, the Jazz will be out there trying to shoot threes.
Karl Malone gets one of them. 39 points for Karl Malone. Up to Pinckney. And Eddie brings it back out. Time, the Celtics ally right now. And finally a foul given by Jeff Malone.
Smart move by Chris Ford to try and get quicker people in there, putting Bird on the bench and putting Fox out there to guard people on the perimeter. Karl Malone ended up with that three. Now the Celtics again will have to go out there and play the people on the perimeter. That man guarding Malone ought to be Eddie Pinckney.
Nine-point game. John Stockton looking to get one up and can't. Gets it back from Malone. Now lets one fly. In and out. Rebound McHale. He gets bounced. Celtics move it quickly. Fox to Shaw to Pinckney. And that's going to do it. The Celtics, an impressive win over the Utah Jazz here tonight. And Rick Fox with the final two. Jeff Malone just lets the time run out. And an impressive win by the Boston Celtics here tonight. Taking down the Utah Jazz. Final score 112-101. We'll be back. 101 final score here tonight. A very impressive win by the Boston Celtics over a very good Utah Jazz team. And joining us downstairs, a couple of key members of the Celtic organization, Kevin and Mikey McHale. Gentlemen.
Yeah. Push your hat back, Mikey, so we can see you. There we go,
there
buddy.
We go. Kevin, again, this is a very good Utah Jazz team, and that was a very impressive effort by you guys tonight.
Even Mikey likes it, huh?
Yeah, Mikey likes everything. Yeah, that was a good win for us. We knew that Utah was playing well. You know, they've changed up a little bit. Before they used to be a little more predictable, but now they go to a lot of small lineups and try to keep Stockton just pushing the ball and keep a lot of pressure on you. So it makes you really play some defense out there. Stockton's really aggressive, and it was a good win for us. You know, we got one more game this week we've got to get. Then we go on a really tough road trip that we got. You know, and so this game tomorrow is big.
You know, you look at Karl Malone.
Yeah.
And everybody took a shot at him, including Robert Parrish, who in the beginning of the ball game they really didn't let Karl get off to a tough start. What makes him so tough to defend down there?
Well, Tommy, I think, you know, first of all, he's very strong, and he posts up very aggressive. He takes everything in the hole very hard, and he gets the ball so many times. If you're playing defense, you can play defense on him 1, 2, 3 good times. But boy, you pick up that foul, then you pick up another one, and before you know it, you know, you're in a little bit of foul trouble, playing a little bit less aggressive on him. It's a wear down effect, and I think you've got to throw enough guys at him that you don't have fouls on you, so you can play him more aggressively.
That's exactly what happened tonight. Everybody took a shot at him. Robert Parrish did, and Pinckney, and you, and I don't know anybody else, but that certainly ought to be enough. That's 18 fouls you can use on him.
Yeah, we used a few of them on him. Probably should have used a few more. But like I said, I think if you keep one guy in him the entire game, he's just going to get you in foul trouble because he's so aggressive and he's so strong that he takes everything. Like I say, you may block one, miss one, boy, but he's going to keep coming.
Kevin, I heard you say about a week or 10 days ago that you weren't going to think or worry about your injuries anymore. You're just going to go out and play and see what happens. From up here, so far so good. How is it from down there?
It feels good, you know. The only play that hurt a little bit was Eddie threw me that ball in the break, and normally I count my steps so I can take off on my right foot. Eddie threw me that ball, a little flip pass, and I had to take off on my bad foot, and I went up, and that thing barely crawled in there. But that was the only time it hurt a little bit tonight. And every day it's getting better, and I've got to get that out of, you know, I think what the problem is, Mike, it's been on my mind so long that sometimes you go out there and you play ball and you forget to play. You just run up and down, and all you do is go, oh, it feels pretty good this time, or it doesn't feel that good. And you just start worrying about your ankle as opposed to playing basketball. I've got to get back to getting my mind into every game and playing the way I know I can play.
Kevin, thanks for taking the time. And Mikey, thanks for taking the time.
Tell him Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
hey, Mikey, what do you got on your hand there? Let me see what you got on your hand.
What's on your hand there, Mikey? Oh, it's a tattoo, Tommy.
It's a tattoo. Oh,
and it's a good-looking tattoo.
It's a good-looking tattoo. All right, Mikey, Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Kevin. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Kevin McHale joining us downstairs. Our Budweiser play of the game tonight involved Eddie Pinckney. Much that happened out there tonight involved Eddie Pinckney.
You're exactly right. Eddie Pinckney put a little life into the ball club and took it to the next plateau emotionally for this ball club. Watch the touch pass right now as they come over and the double team and then bang from Shaw right to Pinckney, who got himself open right around Malone. But Eddie, forget the scoring. Eddie put life in the ball club primarily with his offensive rebounding. What a job.
And our Old Spice performer of the game, Brian Shaw, 19 points, 6 assists, 3 steals. Solid leadership at the point.
Certainly was, and he's coming along. He's getting a feel of it, getting his confidence a little bit. Still certain little things that are eluding him, but he's going to be a great player. There's no question about it.
And our Texaco star of the week, the Garden now rocks with the cheer, Eddie. Eddie.
You got to love Eddie, because the type of game that he's producing from the Celtics right now is the toughest part of the game to really accomplish night after night. To show that aggressiveness, the other teams have him scouted. So they're sending 1-2 people to try and keep him off the boards. And you've got to have an aggressive attitude that you never give up on the boards. And Eddie has got it. Now, he was always considered to be a passive player. No more.
No more. That's for sure. Ed Pinckney, our Texaco star of the week. 112-101. Impressive win over the Utah Jazz for the Celtics tonight. They're now 17-7 on the season. The post-game show is coming up next. Good again, Utah Jazz basketball team. Time for our shit close shave of the game, and it involved a Larry Bird dagger.
It sure was a pivotal play, because this is what gave the Celtics a 10-point lead. And Bird, in his prior 2 outside shots, really did not have a good arc on the shot. This one, he lofted up there, almost scraped the rafters, and it went down for 3. And that was the one that buried the Jazz.
The Schick Close Shave of the game is brought to you by Schick, the only razor which flexes to trace every curve on your face. Back with more in a minute. The Garden tonight to up their record to 17-7. Let's take a look at the numbers for tonight's game. Well, 89 field goals for the Jazz, Tom, but what do we have, 51 at the half?
Jazz had 51 at the half, so the Celtics slowed that down, or the Jazz slowed themselves down, and the Celtics had 40 at the end of the half, so they picked it up to a tune of 47, and that running game was productive in the second half.
21-25 from the line for Boston. Rebounds 43-38 in the Jazz's favor. Offensive rebounds 16-10 in the Jazz favor. And take away Eddie Pinckney, boy, and we would have had troubles there tonight.
The rebounds weren't as significant as I thought, because the Celtics were in their jam, and they lost a few of them out of bounds when they had 3 Celtics that they could easily have gained possession. So a couple of miscues there, but they covered the boards very well. So that rebound department is not significant to me. The Celtics were really hustling there tonight.
Block shots 8-2 in favor of the Celtics. Individual numbers for the Jazz, most of them went in Karl Malone's column. 39 points for Malone tonight. Jeff had 15. Stockton had 13. Mike Brown off the bench with 11. And for the Celtics, another balanced effort. Bird with 20, 19 for Brian Shaw. Very solid night for Brian. 18 for McHale, 16 for Lewis, 14 for Parrish, 8 for Rick Fox off the bench. Kevin Gamble chipped in with 8. Ed Pinckney had 7 points. Ed was in double figures with rebounds, had 11 at last check, and John Bagley had a couple. We'll be back to check the Dunkin' Donuts scoreboard in just a minute. For Dick Life, Wayne Daly, Jim Burgoyne, all of us here. Tom Heinsohn, I'm Mike Gorman. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everyone.